somehow. As I'm getting older, I don't know who I am. But things are getting better and I've got some really great friends. Life is great but complicated, I just want something easy. And 12 years ago, there's a 7-year-old, is he proud of me? And I don't appreciate all the memories that I'm making. I don't see what's right in front of me. The grass is greener on the other side. The good old days are happening now. I miss my old friends, 'cause I swore that I was happier then.
How are you, mate? Good.
Boys, what is cracking? Just let me get these lights set up. It's all gone haywire tonight.
Nah, you're sweet.
There we go. Now we're set. Now we're cooking with gas. How's all going tonight out there in Streamland? What is going on? The chats are going on already. How are you all this evening? Yeah. Seth Sclater, what's going on? Brian Cooper, what's going on? Let's go. A bit of Jimna talk. The boys are with us tonight.
Well, yeah. So now you've met everyone in the band. Now we've got Kane here.
Yeah, nice, Kane. How's going, boys? Mate, let's get him in. Give us a wave, boys. How are yous?
Yeah, big bloody good. Not half bad, eh? Just been rehearsing and getting ready to shred some licks at Jimna Rocks, eh?
Mate, just have a good weekend?
Yeah, man, it was pretty unreal, pretty dusty. Good.
That's the way. You got the old Monday-itis and Monday blues.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
You go Sunday scaries and then Monday blues.
Yeah, no, I don't miss them.
Everyday blues until there's a gig.
So every day's blue until Friday.
Yeah, that's it. Eh?
Oh, so you got nothing in between now and Jimna, eh?
Oh no, we got a fair few in between.
Yeah.
We got this Friday we're going down Brisbane. We're gonna play at Backdock Arts and all that stuff, so it's gonna be good.
Yeah, nice. So it's good you've been busy, man. And on 4 p.m. came out in a video clip. We'll have a watch of that a bit later. How you guys been enjoying the reception after that?
Yeah, bloody great. And then we did Familiar Faces after that. We released that one, and then we did a single launch tour for that. Went down Brisbane and Noosa, and then we did one on the coast as well. So it was great.
Yeah, well, that's already going, mate. 4 p.m. number one. Yes, I couldn't agree.
That's it, eh? Talk about it. It's good.
And mate, Daddy Armstrong, yeah, Kane, love you.
Yeah. There you are, right?
There you go. Okay. There you go. Love's already coming, mate. There you go. Rock stars.
Kane doesn't hear that very often, so that comes as a surprise, right?
Yeah, well, there you go, mate. There you go. It's all happening tonight. Yes. Well, boys. Now, you've been on a couple of times. Well, you haven't been on. This is your first time on here, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You guys have been on Two Dudes Talk Music, which was absolutely fantastic. You guys are absolutely great sports on that last on that end of year stream. Hey, love you, Seth. Love you, buddy. Guys, give us a little bit of a rundown, your full lineup, what it is now. Give us a little bit of the history of the band for anyone out there that hasn't heard of the great Chamberlain.
Well, we all kicked off in high school, and then we lost we lost a guitarist about 4 gigs in. And then we were on the prowl, and I knew Kane for quite a fair bit on social media, and we both popped up in the chat box at the same time. I'm looking for a guitarist, he was looking for a band, and then I was like, well, get ready because you get to join the best band in the world, mate. Yeah, you're just playing loads of shows. Played a gig at the show at the Trifford, which I like to mention to everyone that I speak to.
At least once.
Yeah, at least once or 10 times. And yeah, how was your experience in the band, man? Pretty good, or?
Honestly, man, like it's my first time in a band and since high school, and TAFE, but we won't count that. But like, nothing wrong with TAFE bands though. But yeah, honestly, it's the best thing in the world being able to get on stage with a bunch of your mates and just have a good time. You know? Get in the moment.
Could
Honestly.
not agree more. I miss it very much.
Send it silly afterwards too, which is always good.
Well, mate, and that's the great thing about Jimna. You get to send it as silly as you want. You don't have to worry about carting your gear home.
Oh, that's it, eh? Yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
So, Kane, how long have you actually been in the band fully established now for?
Well,
December.
just a year, almost, just over a year.
Yeah, just over a
in
year.
December, it was a year.
Yeah, December. Yeah, in December it was here. Yeah, so.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. So not too long, but
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
He's done a good job putting up with us three. You know.
it's
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're happy, mate. You look happy. You look like you're fitting in well, which is good. You know, and that's good, man. It's good. And how are you guys fortunate enough to get on? I mean, I know how you got on there because you guys are absolutely fucking legends, and just off the chat, you know, you guys obviously quite clearly put on a good show. Love watching these guys live. It's next level.
Cheers, Bartley.
You know, Danielle Armstrong, proud of you boys. So yeah, tell us how you got on this awesome festival that is Jimna Rocks. Very exclusive.
There's a guy that's playing at the festival as well called Pete. He might have been on here as well, not a little bit ago, from Hours of Neptune. And he sent me the link because, I mean, we play a fair few gigs together, and he sent me a link and he's like, you should apply to play this festival with us. And I just saw it and went, that looks mad. So yeah, I'll give it my best shot. I don't know, like, if they see four goobers like us pop up in the email, you know what I mean? But then they were like, yeah, we'd love to have you on board. So yeah, got into it. We got the tickets. They're selling like wildfire, so get amongst it. And
Good stuff. Well, I've got link down in the description in the description box for anyone that wants to get tickets from Mosh Tix or Eventbrite. So make sure you go off and do that. And yeah, and every bit helps, man, because you want to get on those tickets soon if you want the good camping spot.
Absolutely. You want the camping spot right next to where we're playing.
Yeah, well.
That's it.
how are we gonna do that? Are we just gonna be living in like?
Yeah.
We're just gonna use our cases like as.
That's it. I think we're gonna like make sleeping bags out of 4X containers is the plan.
Oh, dude, you know.
Pillows.
Well,
Yeah, you put them into pillows. You put them in a rubbish bag and you tie it up.
Yeah,
and
now
you
it's talking.
pillows.
Yeah, well, there you go.
you know what we can do?
It's not his first rodeo, is it?
Nah.
I'm getting up there a day early, and I'm taking a little double-story camper.
Oh, beauty.
So I'm gonna have like a little interview area for after everyone sets
Oh,
and
nah.
stuff
You
like
reckon we
that. So
could
it should be good.
sleep in that?
Yeah, I'll crash in your
Yeah,
little
can we
joint.
just-
No, you
We're
can
gonna
sleep
on the-
around it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Maybe under the car.
Would you be joining us for beers after, surely?
Oh man, 100%. It's going to be a prerequisite to get in the car.
Oh yeah, done. We're gonna be wrecked. It's gonna be
Oh, dude. So what can we expect from a live show from
You
Chamberlain?
can expect a lot, eh? Like you can expect really good live music for one, which is that that's the given, and then me and Kane have a habit of kicking each other up the arse on stage. So you can see a bit of that, so a little bit of violence.
I hope there's like some sort of safety barrier this time. We've played a couple of gigs where I've just been mid solo after a few beers, got on stage mid solo. I get a
Good
happy little kick up the bum, and I've almost fallen off the stage. I've gone holy.
Yeah.
You can expect some unreal banter, and just some good times, and like just get amongst it. It's like our whole thing is like we like to put on a show, but we also like to make you feel like you're our mates. You know what I mean? No matter how many of you there are, so just get amongst it and get in on it.
Well, that's what I love about you boys, man. Seriously, you guys actually have such an impact, and from day one when you walked into the Two Dudes Talk Music podcast, and
Yeah.
you guys are just such big energy. It's amazing energy. It's great band energy, especially, and I can only imagine the transfer that it's going to be on stage, which will just be perfect. Like
Exactly.
these guys had such a big impact on the Two Dudes Talk Music podcast. I had them on my own, right? And the main host, Raph, talked about them for the rest of the year in nearly every single stream. And even so much so that he had to have them back. And these guys are just stand-up blokes, seriously. And I can't wait to see them live.
That's awesome, eh? I actually didn't know that we were being spoken about as much. That's awesome. That's sick.
No, it just shows what kind of, Chamberlain is, or we'll just call it Chamberlain energy, I reckon.
Yeah, I'd love that. That's great.
Hashtag Chamberlain energy.
That's it. And like I say, hopefully we blow you away. I believe that we will. I know that we will. And then, after you get off, we get off. Come and smash some tinnies with us. It'll be good.
Yeah, no, it will be.
Yeah.
It's going to be a stand-up night. It's going to be an absolute stand-up night. Guys, everyone, make sure you hang around because we will be watching the 4 p.m. video clip live with the boys, and you can ask them any questions you want about the video clip while they're here. So, yeah, get amongst it.
Yeah, get in on it. It's good.
Yeah, there you go, Seth. That's what I'm talking about. Hashtag Chamberlain energy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, now we're talking. We got to start a movement.
That's it. And we can't wait to see it on stage. What are you most looking forward to? I mean, other than the tins and stuff like that, what's
playing for sure? That's always what I look forward to the most is playing. But seeing the other band, because I read through the lineup and I'll be keen to see ours and Neptune and stuff again. But it'd be good to see a lot of bands that I haven't seen before, or you know what I mean. That's the best kind. When people say, if you could go back and listen to something for the first time again, just go in with no expectation and kind of just get blown away by whoever's playing. It'd be cool.
Yeah, that is the best part. I was fortunate enough to go last year. Walked in there, hadn't been anything for 2 years, obviously because of COVID and stuff like that. And then it was just like I was let off the leash for 2 days, and I drank my body weight in fucking beer and some. And plus seltzers and the amount of hooch I smoked that weekend too. It was amazing. It was just, mate, I was in my element.
Yeah. What I'm looking forward to, that actually, what you said.
Yeah.
The beer, of course, as well. But I don't know. There's nothing better than just getting on stage and pouring yourself into your instrument, and just displaying so much emotion through sound. It's just amazing how you can do it. I could nerd about it for hours.
That's it, eh? I think it's the one thing. I reckon it just not to bag on the therapist or anything, but I think it's the best thing. It's better than therapy. It's just you get that split, both watching it and playing it. More so playing it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You get that 30 or 45 minutes or whatever it is that you're up there, where you just can't think about anything else. So it just takes that off you, and that's you need it, especially mental health. Obviously, is a massive thing for this band, particularly me and you having being the most mentally drained in the world. You know what I mean?
For me personally, playing music on stage is way more intoxicating than anything you could ever take.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just it's breathtaking every time. And I just I know I'm there, but it's kind of like I black out. And then afterwards I'm like, shit.
Yeah. And I love the naughty stuff, but it's better than any drink or drugs.
No, I agree, man. There's no one will ever understand the feeling, the rush,
I just get up with these, man.
the rush you get when you just got people going nuts, and it's adrenaline times 100.
I feel as well, it's you get the most necessary dose of when you're, I don't know what they call it, but maybe dopamine or something, but when your adrenaline wears off and you're off that stage, you're either just absolutely over the moon. You're just in amongst it, or you have this real reflective sort of like you poured so much out. You have this real reflective thing, but that's the most important time to reflect, I think, is because you've just gone and done something pretty amazing, and you get to just sort of appreciate it. And I think it just sets your night up. You know what I mean? Like once you're off that stage, your night's bound to be good, regardless of how you're feeling, because you get it all out there, and that adrenaline and all that, it just helps you beyond anything. And like I know we're a bunch of goobers, but you know that type of thing is very important to us as a band as well.
Oh, mate, you guys aren't goobers. I've got to say, you guys like, and this is what I love about you, like, for anyone that sort of just wants to pass you off and just sort of just take you at face value, they miss out on like a wealth of knowledge. Do you know what I mean? And that's a beautiful thing with musicians. You know what I mean? They can be very, I guess, dismissive or just upfront and abrupt, and it can be taken as a sign of rudeness or arrogance, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I guess we see the world in black, white, and all sorts of weird psychedelic colours in the weirdest sort of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like you guys are young. You guys have. I was sitting there today listening to your music in the car, right, on the way home, and I'm going, oh man, the music scene's in good hands. No, do you know what I mean? Like it gives you faith that, you know, like, because you guys really flex your chops on this 4 p.m. song. Like I got to say, man, like musically, you guys should be very, very proud of that. It's very good.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I love when Kane joined the band, is because he just we were still Chamberlain, but he just took us in this kind of new direction, this kind of push that we needed to do to be better. And yeah, Chamberlain energy is really just hashtag fucking Kane energy these days, man. It's good, like, it's good, and I don't know, like, yeah, like you're saying, like, I very much appreciate that. We all do. Just the music business is in good hands. It's like that Van Halen lyric, eh? Look at all these little kids taking care of the music biz.
Oh man, and that's the shit that exactly what I'm talking about, man. Hey, MMK, what's going on, Kaz? How are you this evening? She says, how you going, boys?
Yeah, not bad, eh?
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
That's it, eh? Red Bull, okay?
At this time of night, I'm sitting there going, my heart's going a million miles an hour, and my indigestion's just gone through the roof, and I'm only looking at you through a camera.
That was so descriptive.
That was good.
Well done.
You should be in a band yourself.
I was waiting for you to sing that bit to Rap God by Eminem.
That was good. Solid.
Well, when you come up, I'll show you. I'll see. You know what? I'll send you the link to the. I'm actually wearing my old band shirt.
Yeah, beauty. Send it through.
I'll send it through to you later. My old band shirt exists within back in the day.
Let's do it for sale.
Yeah, we'll have some merch to the festival.
Awesome! You just answered my question. Merch, CDs, the whole lot.
Yeah, well, we got merch. We got stickers and shirts at the moment. CD. We don't have any CDs. It's just a dying thing. CDs, but like. I'm thinking about getting some barcodes to our Spotify and our, you know, whatever you listen to music on. We'll give you them. Stickers are free. Shirts are $30.
That's good.
30, something like that. Some people do like 50 though.
50,
I was thinking like
30's alright, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, $30 a shirt.
We thought we were milking it when we pushed.
That's what I mean. We look good. You look good in them too. Like they're good material.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
good
good.
material.
As long as they're good material.
That giggle, good material.
They are good material. You know.
Karen says she's great, and she said that these guys seem like good value. Well, I'm here to tell you, Karen, that we actually had them on Two Dudes Talk Music because they were nice enough to get in contact with us. These guys are absolutely stand up. I can't wait to experience the Chamberlain Energy live.
Oh mate, it's gonna be unreal.
What song dedicated?
Oh, we're gonna dedicate you a song for sure. We'll discuss that.
Yeah,
later.
we'll discuss that.
Just surprise you with the dates.
All right, I like surprises. I love surprises. Yeah, I'll get up and smash a beer with these while you do it.
Oh, do it. We'll get you up on the thing. Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, nice. I like it. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I love these type of festivals. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best.
That's it. I've never I've stupidly I've not been before. But it looks great. Were you at the last one?
I was at the last one. Yes.
Yeah. What's it like? I'd like a description from you. I like to
If
be
you
you.
okay, well, if for anyone out there that hasn't been to it and you're umming and ahhing if you want to buy tickets, here's a shameless plug. If you go on the Beer Buddy YouTube page, it's actually a video of last year's Beer Buddy 2023 experience. I did a little video for it. But just to tell you guys, it is man, it is the most indescribable thing in the world. It is, everyone is there on the exact same level. Everyone that is there is just free and easy, and just all they're there for is the music and to be in each other's good company. It's like
The best type of festival, then.
yeah, it's like this massive aura surrounds that field once the music starts, and it's just surrounded by love, peace, harmony, beer, and everyone just having a mad time.
That's what it
Well,
should
that's
be.
it.
about.
I think this is the second festival I've ever been to in my life. I went to good things to watch good things and that.
Was that your first time at a festival?
That was my first time at a festival.
Oh wow.
And then this will be my second time at a festival and we're playing, so that's pretty cool.
That's mad. That is so good. And what if, like, yeah, and I mean, good things. It's one of those massive, you know, really, really big ones and stuff like that. This one is so just personal, you know, because it's you're camping there, and yeah, it's just the sound there. One thing that got me is the sound is on point. The sound engineer there knows exactly what he's doing with the space, and no matter where you were sitting around the tents, you could hear everything crystal clearly, perfectly. It was just amazing.
That's what you want. I think Kane's hooked now.
Yeah.
You're really going to enjoy yourselves, and yeah, and thank you, Seth Slater, for watching that Jimna vlog. I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
There you go. That's our drummer.
Oh, thanks. Oh, fuck, that's mad. I can't wait. Yeah, it's the best thing ever. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Shit. Let's show everyone out there that's watching at the moment. Let's show them all this video clip,
Yeah,
yeah.
and we can have a chat about it.
I'm gonna subscribe really quick as well.
Yeah. Oh, mate, get on, eh?
I'm working on it.
Actually, while he's showing that.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I'm not here to take up all your time. Just a moment for the rest of your life, I know.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Heard it all
Alright, I'm on
before.
the
Turn
Connor's
it
just
down a
grabbed
bit.
Abby.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Right, so take us through the video clip. Where was it filmed? Give us a bit of rundown.
It was out like past
Was it Wises?
no, that was Roy's Road. It was
Roy's,
Roy's
yeah.
Road. Out at Roy's Road.
Roy's Road.
Which is, it's not Roy's Road, it's Roy's Road. It's kind of just like, I don't know, I remember we went out there for photos ages ago and we were like, we should film a video here. And like 6 months later we did. And it was pretty fun. Like there's so many like, see ya. There's so many like places to take photos, like on top of like burnt cars and shit like that. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's great. We had a good time. I was on in that video. Did you just show up before?
Yeah, it's still going. They can see you, you're in the bottom corner of the screen, and we can talk, and they can see you while the video's going.
Oh, beauty.
Watch it back.
Yeah,
watch your stream back after. You'll see what I do.
I will do. I was on an hour's sleep in that music video.
Oh, you were too.
Yeah, I'd had a decently big night the night before, so yeah, it was like hungover, hour's sleep, and we still made it look awesome.
I was pretty tired too. What did I do the night before? And you and I were just not happy at each other.
Oh,
Really fun.
Yeah,
I love it.
that's
I'm
one-
digging the custom Chamberlain guitar.
Yeah, it's cool,
Yeah,
mate.
it's cool.
Yeah, I looked all over for a Yamaha Rev Star, and they were discontinued, so I couldn't find one. And they were the one guitar I played that was just so fun to play. And my friend had one, and he sold it. They're like $1,000 guitar, and he sold it to me for like $300, but it was in quite the state, so I had it all sorted, and then he took all the paint off it, so I got just our bass player's dad to do the design up. It was cool.
Oh man, I reckon it looks unreal. Unreal. Is it coming to Jimna?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it's got
Oh,
a
awesome. Awesome.
yeah, it's my main guitar. I have to bring a little backup. I like you.
I was thinking I might bring my Jag for you.
Oh, I'll get you something.
Yeah,
Oh,
Karen's jumped in and said it's great to have a Sunny Coast band that's upcoming represent the Jimna Rocks lineup. Could not agree
Always.
more.
Cheers, Karen. That's
Thank
awesome.
you, mate.
Yeah, that's
So how? Like, okay, so let's ask the serious questions. How are you guys finding the gigging, the partying, the being young, the burning the candle at both ends? You know, you're sitting here on a Monday on a podcast talking about music and stuff like that. It's you got a Red Bull in your hand. You're giving me indigestion just looking at you.
The gigging is nothing like it. It's awesome. Well, I love that. I love the whole thing. I love going up in, getting the boys together, doing the trip together, and playing shows. The boys, the partying is always fucking awesome.
Oh, there's no complaints.
That's what I mean. Like when you're partying in the music industry, it's like a whole nother level of thing, and it's just like it's really good. It's great. The only negative, I don't like to talk about the negatives. I don't like to sound like I'm whinging.
Yeah.
Like the only negative is, you get pretty tired.
Yeah.
Who cares, though?
That's
You know,
it.
Red
Catch
Bull.
it. Yeah, that's it. Gives you wings.
That's what I mean.
And
Just
money can be tight and difficult, but we work around it.
That's
Like,
what I mean.
it's worth it.
It's all very like I don't like talking about the negatives because it's all just so. When you compare it to what is actually going on, all the good stuff, it's like makes it so worth it. Doesn't even matter. Negative.
It's irrelevant, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like,
Negatives are
I'm
irrelevant,
a bit tired today. It's like, I just smashed 3 beers and got up there and shred. Fucking awesome.
Yes, mate. You know what? Honestly, I thought this whole rock star mentality was slowly going away, but you blokes are just testament to the complete opposite. I love it. I love it.
Pushing it a little bit for sure.
Oh man, look, I used to do the exact same thing. Like when I was doing the music stuff, it was just like, what's the point in taking it so seriously? Like I'm out here to like fucking just have a mad time with the boys and then meet new people and just have a mad time and meet new bands and try and make a new community. Like it's the best.
You get to, the thing is, like, you work hard and there's that element of seriousness where you just work hard at what you do. You practice fucking relentlessly and you fucking promote as much as you can. But as soon as you're out there on the road and that, like, the fun, you got to have fun. You can't be sitting there, just like, I'll get up there and play. You care. Like, get up there and have fun with it and call people dickheads and fucking get amongst it. Like, it's good. It's good for you.
That's perfect, man.
Proud.
And Kane, what
I'm
do you...
like the nicest one on stage. Like you guys just pick someone in the crowd, start abusing them, and I'm just there like, I'll have a beer. I'll play you a beer afterwards. I'm sorry.
It's like abuse before, just like I like ripping on people a little bit. Like my favourite shows that I've been to watch bands, I'll get up the front and I like when they fucking give me a bit of shit and like it makes you fucking want to, you know what I mean? It's like they're your mates, you know what I mean? Me and Kane in particular, we've played a few shows, like particularly a couple in Brisbane, where we've just wound up on the floor of random, like Chester's, that, like just completely at someone else's house, just like.
That was so funny too, because I think I slept on, what did I sleep? A beanbag.
Yeah.
And then my feet,
one
beanbag.
Four other blokes.
So my bum's on the floor, on the beanbag, and my legs on the floor, and I've got like a couple of pillows to put my head on. And I think I woke up looking like that, like something like that.
It's just like we smashed a gig out in Brizzy, and we got invited back to this kick-ons with another band. So we went back there and like it was a ruthless night. Me and Kane were like blind the moment we walked through the door. It was immediate. It was great. Great night, Yeah, like I say, you got to enjoy it and you got to do the right thing by the music, but you've also got to have fun.
Yeah, well, man, that is the main thing about doing music. We're not here like, yeah, you can have a serious message in the music, but shit, I'm gonna have a good time fucking doing it. Like, jeez.
Oh, no, our shit's all. We've got messages in the music, but our shit's all very uplifting. We don't do anything too miserable.
That's good. That's good, man. That's good. We need a bit of that. We need a bit of that in this world of turmoil and stuff like that, man. When everyone takes themselves so seriously, you guys need to be the pulse on society that says, you know what? fucking drop your undies, cunts, and just sort it out because life ain't that bad.
Yeah, it's so good. Drop your undies. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna steal that. That's gonna be
What's
great.
the one Salmon said? Get
Oh,
your nuts out.
get your nuts out and bash your head to this. Fucking awesome. But like we the songs that we write, because we got 3 songwriters. Seth's on the verge of writing a banger. I can feel it. But we got 3 songwriters in the band. Like Kane joins the band and he's writing tunes too. And like we do write about a lot of the shit that we've gone through while we've been young and all that stuff. But then you put some fucking heavy drums and fucking mad guitars and you just put a positive spin on it. I think that's important because music's meant to make you feel good. You're not meant to feel fucking like, you know.
Like the songs stem from like tough times and sad things,
Yeah,
but they grow into like like positive things. Like I know the song that I wrote recently that we just started playing with is literally like that to the T.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what all of our songs do. Like you talk about stuff you've been. I mean, we've got a couple ditties on there about just drinking, but like.
We have a couple.
Yeah, but you take a shit situation and you make it good, and music's the best way to do that. And I don't want to make anyone feel fucking like real sad when they listen to it. I like people to go, I relate to what he's saying, but fuck, why does it sound like he's been hurt but he's having a good time with it? And it's like, well, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Hey,
first thing I think of when I go through a situation is just like, oh well, to make a good song.
what's that? You guys South Park fans?
I do love South Park. Yeah.
Remember when Stan goes all goth?
Yeah.
And Butters turns around and says the most beautiful thing ever. You know, the best part about, like, you know, if it hurts so bad, it means that you can love something so much in the first place. So it's only going to hurt for a little bit, but guess what? You get to love again.
Exactly right, and you get to
come back around.
There's a beauty that I've always thought that, like, you can get hit with something that's real shit, like, you know, and it just sucks. But you can sit there and go, oh, life isn't being very fair to me, or you can kind of look at it and go, well, life's a pretty sick place. It just throws a couple obstacles at you, and there's kind of a beauty in being hurt because you just get to turn it into something positive. That's the best way to do it. That's why, like 4 p.m. That's about being fucked up like over a chick, and then like you just turn around and you kind of just go, well, fuck it, move on, fucking hey, let's get the boys together and go for it. And you know, you make people want to dance and feel. If you can simultaneously make people feel happy and sad at the same time,
you're doing it.
Yeah, you're doing it right.
Well, mate, how are your ticket sales going so far? Are they walking?
Yeah, they're walking now. Yeah, we just sold a couple. I think we got 3 on the go just recently. Just this week, we sold 3 this week. But we're just going to really pick it up and flog these tickets, get them all done. Want to bring as much people as possible. It sounds like a great festival.
Well, mate, I'll tell you. Like, if you go on, if anyone asks what it's like, just show them my video.
Exactly. We'll do.
And then yeah, they can find out what it's like firsthand and get tickets straight off you while they're.
And we're doing a thing at the moment. Like, we've got a couple of gigs based around that time. So, like, if you buy a ticket to this festival, we'll get you in for free for our next show as well.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Double bundle.
We'll cut that and we'll send that to you so you can tell everyone.
Yeah, beauty.
That's
sounds
hectic.
great.
That's hectic.
Yeah.
Well, boys, just to get to know, just so you know, like anyone out there that's watching this afterwards, just to get to know you boys a bit more. Give us 3 of each of your most influential albums that changed your lives.
Albums.
Yeah, great question.
Shit.
Yeah, see, songs is too easy. I'm talking about, you know,
albums,
talking about
I thought you
those
were gonna
ones
say
that
artists.
front to back, those front to back albums, those, because for me, it's a dying art. People being able to bring out, you know, just those solid fucking albums.
Absolutely. I'd say one of mine would have to be What's the Story, Morning Glory by Oasis. That changed my life completely. Like, completely changed my life. So yeah, I'd put that one up there. I'd also probably throw, just because it's really helped me stem out into listening to different things and appreciating different kinds of music, I'd probably go Van Halen 1. Which is just a banging album, start to finish, not a skippable track on it. Even Jamie's Crying's a banger, so there you go. It's tricky, eh?
It's
I've
really
got
hard.
so
I've-
many.
I've
but
got-
I want to say an Australian band. I'll probably go. Um, probably Gardens by Sly Withers would be up
Yeah.
there for me. Yeah.
Hey,
That
mate,
made me want that. That was the album that made me start singing in my accent. So,
you are an old head on young shoulders, my friend.
yeah, thanks, man.
It's such a good thing to see. Like I said before, you know, it hasn't been lost, that purity of what everyone would consider. You know what I mean? That
Well,
old
that's
school
it.
mentality is still in there somewhere.
The energy stays around, it leaves you with something, and it's never been lost. And that's why I don't agree with it when people say rock and roll is completely dead and all this stuff, because it isn't. It's just like, it just takes the youth to kind of take it and make it something again. You just kind of do a different approach. Like punk's made a real big comeback, and I love punk music. I mean, our stuff has a lot of punky elements to it. But I'd say that the thing is, I agree and I don't. Like, there's that kind of boomer mentality of people saying music's all shit these days, this, that, and the other. But if you look, especially what's going on in this country at the moment, the forefront of the band scene, it's actually fucking awesome. And we're on the verge of something very exciting, I think.
I've got my three now.
Could not
I
fucking
had
agree more.
I've got my third one now.
All right, so what are you three?
I'd be lying if I didn't say I just had a quick squeeze at my Spotify again, just to remind myself.
A bit Chili's album there, right?
Oh, that's number one.
Yeah, bang.
Number one, I think, is gonna have to be Blood Sugar Sex Magic by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, nice.
And then number two is also a Chili's album, Stadium Arcadium.
Banging album. That's my favourite.
Yeah. Number three, I think, honestly, and this is going to take a turn. Number three could be two. It's either Facelift by Alice in Chains or Dirt by Alice in Chains.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly, I've just started listening to Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Wow. Those were some... How old are you guys?
Oh, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice 20.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 19, I'm 20.
Oh,
Yeah, but he's almost 20.
You guys just got the... You guys got some banging musical taste, eh? That's so real. I love it.
I appreciate it, but also, I know.
Okay, so having the musical taste that you guys have, and then what are your thoughts on Machine Gun Kelly?
Well, I've actually got a number of thoughts about Machine Gun Kelly. I don't. People will say that he got kind of scared off into the punk scene because of Eminem. I don't agree with that. I don't think he was always a bit of a punk head, really. The music isn't for me. It just isn't my type of thing. However, I think the whole thing of getting a load of kids into the attitude and mind frame of punk music, whether people believe that is real punk music or not, I think you've got to, on some level, appreciate that, because the punk belief system sits pretty well with me. People say punk's an angry, violent music, but I think it's more about appreciating those around you, no matter how privileged or underprivileged they are. I think getting people into that type of music where guitars and shit are popular again, I think that's pretty cool. The music's just, his music doesn't tickle me in the right way, but I do like getting kids around punk. I think that's a good idea.
That was one of the most safe yet coherent and reasonable answers to the question of Machine Gun Kelly I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, loads of people just hear it and they go, I hate it. And it's like, yeah, but you've got to look at what he's doing, you know what I mean? Like, he's only doing really what fucking Blink-182 and Green Day were doing back in the day, you know what I mean? So it's like, can't go wrong. It's fine.
Yeah,
Do your thing.
Yeah, I think what people were upset about is that he went after Corey Taylor just after he went after Eminem, and it's just like, dude, are you just trying to be relevant?
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, going after a goat like that, because, you know, Slipknot were obviously, they've been around for ages, and they're probably, I'd say, then again, Slipknot are not something I listen to very often. However, you got to understand the influence and impact that Slipknot had on that on the whole scene of music, actually, not metal. Yeah.
What do you guys think
Yeah.
about Stone Sour? Do you guys Stone Sour fans?
I know Seth, our drummer. I think he's mentioned him a couple of times. Seth. Seth has probably one of the most eclectic music tastes.
Okay.
Like he's just so broad. Eh?
You
But,
should you should check out Stone Sour. It's like Corey Taylor's rock band.
Yeah, Seth would definitely know it. Seth was
Yeah, it's really good.
obsessed with Slipknot for a very, very long time.
And so
yeah.
that's you guys seem, and this is what I love about doing this stuff. You know, you get to talk to these amazing musicians, and everyone has such different thought processes, but it all comes around the one thing I appreciate. It all boils down to the same thing, and it's about the art, and that's first and foremost. And you know, like, and one, it's the art, the making of the music, but second of all, it's all about your showmanship now. And you guys sound like you. How much time and effort would you say goes into putting on
The show.
Yeah.
That's probably, in my opinion, obviously the music's what matters to me the most. However, I think that's what most of the effort gets put into, because I find that if I go and watch a band and they're great musicians but they're not fun to watch, I'll most likely walk out. Whereas if you've got a bit of both, you know what I mean, I'd actually be more inclined, weirdly enough, to stick around if you were fun to watch and your music was good but could be better, than if your music was awesome but you didn't look like you're having a good time. I'd say.
Yeah. And Kane, did you have any thoughts on Machine Gun Kelly?
I honestly don't know enough about him.
Oh, that's
to be
good.
honest.
That's fair.
Yeah, but
That's fair.
I don't. What you were saying about his change in music, that's kind of what. There's something I admire about another art, Post Malone. I love what he's doing now. Like, he's getting into guitars, and because he's a wicked guitar. It's just, I just love people branching out like that, like trying.
I love Post Malone. I think he had a great musical background too. He's a big Nirvana and all that. So it's like.
Have you seen his cover of I forget what the song's
Is it
called.
the Nirvana one?
It's a
Yeah,
Nirvana
yeah,
one.
I saw
And
that.
it's amazing.
Yeah, he's awesome. I think Post Malone is probably one of the best artists that has come out of the last. Well, when did he come out? It would have been the last decade.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I heard his cover of Post Malone's cover of Is It Only Want to Be With You?
Yeah.
I love that cover. That's that's a banging cover, man. Like he knows how to do music, that dude.
Well, that's it. I mean, not that I listen to it anymore, but I have a pretty decent background in hip hop music as well. So I do like that he gets a bit of both going. You know.
Well, that's what I liked about Juice WRLD, you know. That's what I like about Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD's legit, you know.
Absolutely. Eminem was the first musician that I
Clicked with.
Yeah, completely idolised. Really, I thought he was the fucking coolest motherfucker in the world for a long time. I've seen him live a couple of times, and he was definitely the first musician that I've completely got obsessed with. And then I got in a band, and it was just all Beatles and Oasis for a long time. But so much so that I got a tattoo. Yeah,
wow. That's really because. Like I admit, you know, like when I was sort of growing up, I'll never forget my dad. You know, I saw my dad's guitar. He found it and he pulled it out, and I was just like, what the hell? And then the posters came out. You know, all his old posters from when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And then the records came out, and I remember he gave us. He chucked on Master of Puppets. He had a vinyl.
Yeah.
You know, and he pulled out, and mate, I heard that. And I was hooked. And then we went to the Offspring Americana tour.
Yes.
And I just went, I need to be around this all the time. Like, all the time.
Absolutely.
It's like everything I'd learnt about music and whatever had been seeded into my brain had stayed there, but the flower that came out was just rock and roll, man. Just rock and metal.
100%.
Like, I had a good basis through jazz and, you know, like all that cool smooth stuff growing up with mum, you know, but I remember when I found rock and metal, my life began. It was like I was reborn.
That's how it happened for me, actually. It was only up until I was about 15 years of age. I only thought it was listenable if it was rap music, and then the guy that kind of got our band together, Andy Eastwood, said that I looked and acted like a front man, and you should try being in a band. And I actually had no interest in it. I'm like, I don't know about being in a band. And then I just gave it a go, and I heard he played "Come Together" for me, by the Beatles, and that just changed my life, like completely. If the question you asked before was about songs, that'd be right up there, because I was like, fuck, this is just so cool. And I know after that, obviously I still love and appreciate hip hop, but I don't listen to it really anymore, because it's all been rock and roll since then. Rock and roll and punk music, which is, it's all in the same category. I think, but that kind of reminds me of what we were saying before about Machine Gun Kelly, right? It's like people, what people need to realise is that no matter what era or whatever you lived in or lived through, people just love to shit on what's popular and other people. I don't like Machine Gun Kelly's music personally, but like people were shitting on the Beatles when they came out, and people were shitting on Oasis, people were shitting on all these fucking big names, and it's like people just love to do it. If you just love doing what you do and you play it and you're good at playing it, it'll appeal to the people that you want to attract anyway. And then, you just got to go on with good skin.
What's that old great proverb? It's the old video game one. In a video game, if you're encountering enemies, it means you're heading in the right direction. Yeah,
exactly right. Exactly. I think that's what makes it. Kane's just going to the toilet.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I think it almost helps drive you forward. I don't get hurt. I've got, not to be cocky or whatever, but I've got really thick skin, so it's like you have to in this industry, and we don't receive hate very often, but you're always bound to cop it. And like for the times I've copped it, I think it kind of, if you utilise it right, especially in the day of social media, you can kind of gain traction through it with it anyway. Like people say something on your TikTok and it just boosts your engagement regardless. So it's like, but we don't receive much hate anyway, because we don't stuff too much.
No, have you guys sort of delved into trying to get your stuff sort of on TikTok or anything like that yet, and really push those sort of socials? And
that's actually the big one we're pushing at the moment is TikTok. That's what we're doing a lot of our stuff on, because it creates just great traction for when you release stuff. It might not help you as much with your live shows. That's all a very much Instagram based thing, but I think TikTok is good because you can create traction for your songs. And I think some bands just need to drop. There's like an attitude that's kind of like, but TikTok's fucking losers and all that stuff. And it's like, but how much is it going to hurt to post a 15-second funny clip or whatever, and it boosts traction, and then you get your songs listened, and that's what you want anyway. So it's like kind of I'd probably push sacrifice in that kind of attitude where it's like, well, TikTok's uncool. It's like, but you know what is cool? Getting your songs listened to.
Yes, mate. You got to dance with the devil.
Absolutely,
mate.
I'll do anything to get my songs heard. I don't care what it is, as long as I'm not hurting anyone. That's what matters.
There you go, bro. And this is what I'm talking about. People got to understand that mindset as well. You got to have the heart, but you got to have the drive.
Absolutely.
It's about drive. It's about power.
Well, that's it. It's all about. It is a true thing. It's like I wish you didn't have to. Because I'll be honest with you, like I love being in a band, but I wish I could just sit back and play shows to loads of people without having to do all the social media stuff. Because I don't really necessarily love fucking posting all the time. I don't like social media very much, but like you just fucking do it, and that's what gets people to your shows, and having a presence online is good. And it's like there's going to be certain things in any industry that you're passionate about that you have to do that you might not like as much, but it's worth it because you get to do the thing you love. So it doesn't really, social media is a very small sacrifice in your life. I don't mind like doing it,
It's in your pocket anyway.
Well, that's it. I mean, once we get management, they can have it, and I can kick back.
You won't even want to know the password.
That's it. I'll be like a monk. Yeah, it'd be great.
Oh, yes, you're gonna go on that full hippie commune. Yeah,
like the Beatles did when they went to India. Yeah. I'm all for it.
just run out the back and grab some cane toads. I'm sure. Just
that's it. Pick a couple magic mushies and go. Yeah, be good.
Hey, what happens to Jimna stays at Jimna. We all know that.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important to realise, to put that attitude aside. I've pushed it on a lot of bands because the reason that we've made a lot of progress for a band that's only been around. We're on our third year now. It's like we made a lot of progress, and a lot of that was due to the fact that we just didn't have any boundaries in terms of like we'll do TikToks. Like there's a video on TikTok of me and Josiah doing like a dance to a Lizzo song or something. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's just you
It's
take
free
15 seconds
exposure.
to do that exactly, and people go, oh, I'll check these guys out, and if the songs are getting heard, that's what matters. I don't care. I've looked like a dickhead most of my life, so it's fine. Like I'm happy to. It's a very small. It's not even a sacrifice. I've lived with it. It's great.
Mate, we decided to play. Well, you decided to play rock music in a country with 24 million people, and most of them like rap and dance music.
Yep.
We're crazy. We're already crazy.
That's it. So you got to do everything you can. But you make. I've been saying this for a little bit now. Like, if you look at the bands that are popping off a lot lately, there's actually been a lot more from this country than there has been in the past. And I think that, like, even like you take Amel and the Sniffers, for example, they're probably one of our biggest bands in the country at the moment, new bands. And I mean, they're an Aussie punk band, banging band, by the way, great tune.
I love Amel.
Yeah, me too. And like, they were just opening at Nebworth for Liam Gallagher, to like one of the biggest crowds that's happened at Nebworth. And I think like the fact, I love my country, and I think that the fact that they're Australian makes that even cooler to me.
That's fucking mad. Go Amel and the Sniffers. I've never heard of them. I'm gonna go check them out. Straight after
really?
this.
Oh
No,
man,
never
they're
heard of
banging.
them, never heard of them.
Listen to Security. That tune. It's a popular one of theirs. It's a banging tune.
Another one.
Female lead singer, and she's kind of got like Johnny Rotten-esque type of like. It's cool. Like, check it out. It's pretty sick.
Well, Jaden says Facelift is the best. I've missed some chats here.
Facelift. Yeah.
And then MMK says, haters gonna hate. It's always gonna hate.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, fucking, it's their fault if they want to go around typing stuff on people's videos. Like, that's more of a burden on them. I see it and I laugh. Like, I think if people insult me and they insult me well, I think that's hilarious. I'm very able to laugh at myself. I don't take myself very seriously at all.
No, it's good, mate. What is just breathe. We're not getting out of here alive. Like,
100%. And like, you know, if people were hating on the Beatles when they came out, and they're probably, I'd say they're probably the biggest band in the world. I'd say
in history.
That's it. And if people were hating on them, it is an unavoidable thing. And it's just like, cop it. It's a bit of fun. Have fun with it. It's not what people say at the end of the day. Most people are stupid anyway. So
It's like I'm sure Paul McCartney cares what you think while he's sitting in his mansion, sipping out of his fine china with his fucking mountains.
That's what I mean. Like, it just pushes forward. Like, I remember literally on New Year's Day, someone commented on our video, and I only mention it now. It didn't stick with me or anything. I only mention it now because we're using what he said as our new catchphrase. But first day of New Year's, I'm dusty as, and I open my phone and I've got this comment that goes like, oh, it would be good if your lead singer could sing on key, and he's like, it's just painfully bogan, and that's going to be our new slogan, painfully bogan. But I was remember thinking, fucking hell, man, it's New Year's Day. have some positive vibes. At least make it last till the second day.
I think someone had only 2 or 3 shandies and missed a 9:35. Works that night, mate.
I was just like, I think all I replied with was just good to see you in high spirits for New Year's. It's fine. It didn't hurt my feelings.
Well, I'll tell you what. To whoever said that, you're underly fun.
Yeah, I'd agree.
You know what? You know what just popped into my head? Actually, you guys actually made a new term on the other podcast with your story about Blake. Don't be a Blake.
Oh yeah, that's right. What happened with that? That was before you were in the band. We were a 3-piece, and when we got invited to that wedding, we played that wedding. Yeah, we opened with an original song of ours called "Love Is for Losers." So Blake. We really set that. Yeah.
And we'll call that person that made that overly bogan comment. We'll call him Blake.
Yeah, he's a Blake.
He's a Blake.
Yeah, don't be a Blake, eh? Like,
don't be a Blake.
Don't be a Blake. And what I found amusing about that though is he was in the acting industry, and that's like that's another art, and I don't really like using that word art because I know everything's art, but at the same time, I feel it's a pretentious word. But just like it's another arts industry, and like Surely, my thing is just be supportive of one another. I don't mind competition's natural because it's just what happens, but I don't necessarily like making things a competition. I like playing with my mates, and you see good bands, you see shit bands, and it's just like you find your circle, you find the bands that are good. Like one of our favourite bands that we play with all the time is a band called Catching Salmon, and we love those boys, and they're sick. And that's another good thing about being in this industry is you meet other like-minded musicians who like to drink piss as much as you do, and it's cool. I like it. It's good.
That's awesome. Best outlook of what music is, man. You guys got the best views. You got I align myself and stand with you on your views on music.
I like that.
Right here.
It's good. Just not the slap bass comment, eh?
Nah. I'm a Corn fan, so it's just like slap bass is just a part of who I am. But we all got to take the good with the bad.
Well, he's a Chili Peppers fan, so I think he likes
I love slap bass.
I used to play bass.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't want to be the slap. I think it's just decided I like slap.
There you go. Saturday, it's been announced. Saturday Arvo at Jimna is going to go off.
Big time, 100%.
Well, boys, we're getting into the pointy end now, so I know we're here to talk about Jimna rocks and stuff like that, but we're here to promote the band as much as we can too. So please do tell everyone out there what shows you have upcoming before and after Jimna and stuff like that too.
We've got the next one's this Friday in Brisbane. $10 tickets at Back Dock Arts. We're on the headline, and it's a sick venue. I played there once. I was filling in on bass for another band, but they're good. We've got Back Dock Arts, with the Imperial Hotel in Yamundi with Cool Britannia. That one's going to be huge. And one other one that I'd like to say that we've got before then. We've got a few others as well, but one of the big ones that I'd get down to is free entry at Tomcat with City Council and Catching Salmon. And that's going to be like packed out, and it's free. So just get down there and get up the front as early as you can because it's going to be packed.
Right, nice. And one other question, boys, off each of you, who are two bands or one band off each year that everyone needs to look out for in the local scene?
Chamberlain.
Yeah. Other than you boys.
Other than us, Catchy Salmon will be my vote, I'd say. Yeah, they're great. That's fucking awesome.
Keep talking for a second.
Yeah, and Catchy Salmon are kind of like it's a mixture of music. Like they've got punky sort of stuff, but also it's like kind of like the glam rock thing from the 80s, very Van. So they're awesome. Good bunch of blokes as well. Good fun.
They do the big hair and all the dress up and shit like that.
No, that's the one thing they don't do. They look like us. They just look like 4 Aussie larrikins like we do. So which is cool. So you don't expect that type of thing. Like I've always said that. Riley's just a top bloke, their lead guitarist. But I've always said you would not picture that guy shredding the way he does.
You're at times though, don't you?
Yeah.
And my band
Yeah.
would be because they were both in the guitarist and the bass player used to be in a band that I looked up to. Like when I was growing up, like I'd see them live and just be like, that's what I want to do. Like I just looked up to them. And they're called Stairmaster now. They were in a band called Glasshouse a while ago, and now they're in those two are in Stairmaster, and it's just, and we got to play with them not long ago. And it was so surreal.
They played it out.
It was so surreal being able to play with these people I looked up to.
That's
I still
awesome.
look up to them.
That's awesome, man. You're chasing dreams. It's good. Chamberlain, chasing dreams. Chamberlain energy. Keep it up.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, that Stairmaster, they're great as well. They played our single launch with us. They're awesome blokes.
Wait, no, that was Let Them Die by us.
Yeah, Let Them Die by that was our single launch. They played that one too.
Did they? Oh, they did too. Yeah.
Those boys, they're cool. They make like
they did too.
like
Yeah.
pop rocky, grungy, and that a little bit.
Yeah, it's
cool.
kind of I don't know.
Describe it in a week.
Kind of alternate, like grungy pop rock.
That's it. But like,
Nice.
it's definitely got that poppy element. The melodies are nice and catchy. And they're just real good musicians too. Stairmaster, I put them up there too. They're good.
Yeah, mad.
I think the guitarist is
We have,
Flash fan, I'm pretty sure.
that's it. We've got a good scene on the coast, actually. To be honest, like there's a lot of good bands here on the coast, but I think those two are good candidates for the ones to stick out. Like, yeah, Catch the Salmon and Stand Last of Absolutely.
And one last one. When can we expect an EP or an album, or when are we going back into the recording studio? Can we get a little bit?
That's actually interesting you say that. We've just been in communication. I don't know how much we can say. I'll say it anyway. We're in communication at the moment with the record label, so we're smashing out some demos, and they're going to help us pick the two that they think are the best. I reckon they're going to pick the ones that I reckon, but you never know. And once they pick the demos, it'll probably be either in early February. We'll be back in the studio, or just at the beginning of March when Josiah gets back from Japan. We're gonna go back into the studio and smash out two new singles. The album side of things, was just in this day and age with people's attention span, it's better to do that once you've got a bit more underneath us. So that's what we'll be working towards. And then once we have a bit more underneath us, we'll do the debut Chamberlain album.
I like it, boys. Tailing off the whole, there ain't no point in building a house unless you've got a solid platform to build it on.
That's exactly right.
It's very good, man. It's very good. Boys, the music, to me, the music scene is in very good hands. You got pure Aussie pub rock energy that is still alive and well, and if not even richer than what it was back in the 80s and 90s now.
Sweet, man.
Because the technology's better, the video quality's better, the music and the sound is better, because now every band can just, really get some good stuff going on.
Exactly.
Boys, I cannot wait to see you guys at Jimna Rocks. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I forgot now. It's good. I'm keen to play it. It's going to be awesome.
Guys, keep up the great work, and most of all, keep those tickets with you when you play those next lot of shows, because you got to get rid, mate. You'll get rid of them, mate. They're gone, mate. You just tell people. Camping, BYO, food trucks. They got a bar there. You can build your own little fires, and as long as the fire marshal says it's all right and stuff like that. But mate, I'm telling you, it is the best time to be had. You will make friends that will turn into family, and I guarantee you'll probably be on there year after year after year, and you'll just go for the sake of going. It's just that kind of experience.
You buy a ticket off us, you get another free show after Jimna too. So why not get 2 shows out of it? Might as well.
There you go, boys. Boys, on the count of 3, give us a good hard Jimna Rocks, or one as loud as you can muster up. 1, 2, 3.
Jimna Rocks!
Yeah. All right, boys, give everyone a wave. Thank you. And don't go anywhere. I'll just sign all these people out. And we'll get it going. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. The boys from Chamberlain, Kane and Connor, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I know everyone that's out there in the chat really appreciates it too. Keep up the great work in the music. Don't forget, guys, subscribe if you haven't already. Links for the tickets, Mosh tickets and Eventbrite are down in the description, I'm pretty sure. Go check out their Spotify. Go check out their YouTubes. Go check them out on their socials. These guys are active. These guys are interesting, and they're just top dudes, eh? I can't wait to catch and feel that Chamberlain energy. Hashtag Chamberlain energy. Hashtag all that shit. I love yous all, and I'll catch yous on the next podcast very soon. Take it easy.